Thank you for joining the Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out home practice session. My name is Kelly Gorchek, filling in for Samantha today, and I'm from the University of South Florida, which is one of the Parkinson Voice Project's therapy and research centers around the country. I had the privilege of hosting a session back in August for National Dog Month, and I'm back again to celebrate the holiday season with you. Remember, if you're looking for a certified speech language pathologist in Speak Out, please stay tuned for my contact information at the end of this session. So before we begin, I want to encourage you all to speak with intent, swallow with intent, and really live purposefully with intent every single day. Remember, our focus is to use intent in all that we do. It's really a lifestyle modification. And the holiday season is also a great time to do this, as we often gather with our closest family and friends. So before we get started, let's take a sip of water with intent. Before we begin our exercises, I wanted to share with you all our intent rating scale. If you joined me in August, you may have remembered using this. This is a 4-point scale that I'll have you use and reflect on how often you're using intent after each exercise today. We're really aiming for that 4 voice and always using intent. The first exercise is the may, me, my, mo, moo. We're going to complete this exercise 5 times, and we're really warming up the voice with this exercise. Before you begin, remember to find that focal point across the room and really speak out and lift your voice. Let's begin. May, me, my, mo, moo. And again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Remember to connect as many of those sounds as you can. May, me, my, mo, moo. We're lifting and we're taking control of our voice, not letting Parkinson's take control of our voice. May, me, my, mo, moo. One last time. Really lift and speak out. May, me, my, mo, moo. Excellent. Let's take a second and rate your use of intent. Are you aiming for that 4 voice? Are you always thinking about intent? If not, that's all right. Let's do better for our sustained ahs. Aiming for that 4. The next speak out exercise is our sustained ah. Remember to find that focal point across the room and let your voice fly over the computer. We're going to hold it for about 10 seconds. Ready, begin. Ah. Excellent. Let's do it again. Ah. Really project up and over, lift that voice. Ah. Are you aiming for your 4 voice yet? I hope so. Let's lift and project. Ah. Excellent. You're working hard, you're projecting, and you're speaking with intent. One last time. Ah. Excellent. Let's take a moment and rate how often you're using that intentional speech, purposeful speech, and speaking with meaning, being deliberate and purposeful. Let's go ahead and take a sip of water with intent. All right, our next speak out exercise is the glides. For this one, you're going to project your voice forward. Remember to try to glide up slowly, getting as many of those little notes in there as you can. Remember, the sound is always in front of you. Here we go. Great. We're really working on the melody of our voice here. We want to hear the musical notes. Let's do it again. Are we working hard yet? Aiming for that 4? Keep it up. We're working hard. We're speaking out. Again. Remember to use your hand if that helps you. Follow your hand with your voice. One last time. Excellent work. Let's take a moment and rate how often we're using intent. That's a challenging one. If you find yourself at about a 3, that's okay. Let's work harder next time, be more intentional, and aim for that 4 voice. Go ahead and take a sip of water. Okay, our next exercise is the counting task. For this one, I really want you to focus on saying each number with intent and be deliberate and don't trail off. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. More intent. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Using intent, we're speaking out, we're speaking with purpose. Let's go backwards this time. 16, 15, 14, 13. Up and over. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work. This time, let's go down each column. Remember to keep it smooth and connected, each number with intent. Here we go. 1, 5, 9, 13. 2, 6, 10, 14. 3, 7, 11, 15. 4, 8, 12, 16. All right. Are we aiming for that 4? Take a moment and rate your use of intent. I feel like I was working at a 4. Lots of intent. Before we move on, take a drink of water with intent. Really thinking about swallowing purposefully and intentionally. All right. So now I have a fun request for all of you. As I said earlier, we're going to be celebrating the holiday season and taking a second to really look at the different holidays and traditions celebrated around the world. And I also want to recognize some of your family's traditions at this special time of year. So please go ahead and share some of your favorite holiday traditions in the chat, and please include a family photo if you have one handy. I'd love to see it. While you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and share a few pictures of my family, so hang tight. All right, so I wanted to share a picture of my family during the holiday season. Hopefully this is left to right for you all. This is a picture of my husband, Eric, my son, Miles, who just turned 5. In the middle there, we have my extended family, my parents, my sister, her children, and my son. And lastly, this is my son, Miles, last year with our dog, Riley, who was featured in our my August session for National Dog Month. Let's see those pictures. All right, and with intent, I wanted to share that some foods that we typically eat around the holidays. On the left there, we see potato sausage, which is a Swedish tradition on my dad's side. I wasn't much of a fan of it as a child, but I've grown more accustomed to it as I've gotten older. And then to your right are pigs in a blanket, or łąpki, which is a Polish dish, and that heritage comes from my husband's side of the family. So we typically eat these things either on Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve, and it's just a lot of fun, and it's something that I look forward to every year. Thank you all for sharing in the chat. Next, we're going to transition to our reading exercises. For our reading exercises, remember to really project forward, and you're going to speak at an even rate and exaggerate those highlighted words. Remember, each word with intent. Let's begin. Hanukkah. Jewish people all over the world celebrate Hanukkah. This holiday lasts 8 days. Let's read that one again. Be even more deliberate. Hanukkah. Jewish people all over the world celebrate Hanukkah. This holiday lasts 8 days. Remember, each word with intent. Families exchange gifts and sing Jewish hymns each night of Hanukkah. One more time. Families exchange gifts and sing Jewish hymns each night of Hanukkah. Remember to really be purposeful when you read and say it like you mean it. Kwanzaa. This is a celebration honoring African American culture that lasts 1 week. Again, Kwanzaa. This is a celebration honoring African American culture that lasts 1 week. It involves drums, singing, and readings to reflect on African history. It finishes with a feast and the giving of gifts. Let's do that one again. It involves drums, singing, and readings to reflect on African history. It finishes with a feast and the giving of gifts. One more, keep that intent up. Omisoka. The Japanese New Year begins on December 31st. Again, Omisoka. The Japanese New Year begins on December 31st. It symbolizes new beginnings and a fresh start. Many people clean out all the clutter in their homes to prepare for this day. One more time, each word with intent. Make it your best yet. It symbolizes new beginnings and a fresh start. many people clean out all the clutter in their homes to prepare for this day? Excellent. We have on the screen here the rating scale. Go ahead and rate your use of intent and take a drink of water with intent. Our next set of exercises are the cognitive exercises. I want you to think with intent and speak with intent. We're doing a holiday word scramble. So here you see the letters on the screen scrambled, and I want you to think about what word that could make. The hint is it's something that you give. If you came up with present, you are correct. I want you to say that with intent. Present. Good. One more time. Present. We are speaking up, we're speaking out. Let's take some time for this next one. What word could this be? The picture there gives you a clue, and it's something you light for Hanukkah. If you guessed menorah, you are correct. Let's say that with more intent. Menorah. One more time. Menorah. Excellent. Last one here. Your clue is it's someone or who you spend the holidays with. And if you determined family, you are correct. Say that with more intent. Family. Good. They mean a lot to you. So we want to say it like we mean it. Family. I love that you're all engaged. You're speaking out. You're speaking with intent. Rate your use of intent. Hopefully by now we're at that 4 voice. And take a drink of water with intent. I'm so glad you all are joining me today, and I'm excited to see and read about your families. And at this point in our session, we're going to transition to Dr. Boone's words. We're going to say each line twice, and remember to exaggerate those gus, cuz, and ings using lots of intent. Let's begin. Gu, la, gung, ga, ga. And again. Gu, la, gung, ga, ga. The next line. Ku, ka, mang, gu, ka. Again. Ku, ka, mang, gu, ka. We're using lots of intent, still aiming for that 4 voice. Let's do the next ones. Gung, gla. Gung, gla. Ku, kla. And again. Ku, kla. Thank you for all of your hard work. Let's take one more sip of water with intent. We're going to end today's holiday session with a little bit of a bonus reading. Remember, the purpose of the bonus reading is to really strengthen our voice with each attempt. So we're going to read these next 2 passages and the second one with even more intent. Let's begin. Discovering new holidays around the world can bring extra joy to any season. These celebrations open a window to the many cultures of the big, bright world. Even more intent this time. Discovering new holidays around the world can bring extra joy to any season. These celebrations open a window to the many cultures of the big, bright world. Excellent working. I hope you were using your CEO voice. I hope you were intentional and deliberate as you read that passage. I want to thank you again so much for joining me today. Remember, if you reside in the state of Florida and are seeking the help of a speech language pathologist, please contact our clinic or email me directly. My information is there on the screen for you. And most importantly, remember to continue with your deliberate practice, completing your speech exercises every single day. Please join Samantha online or watch her pre-recorded sessions. And most importantly, remember to speak, swallow, and live with intent. Happy holidays, everyone.